and this is your video review for United States History's test on October 3rd, this Friday. Terms that you need to know are Missouri Compromise, Compromise of 1850, Secede, Kansas-Nebraska Act, Free Soil Party, Pottawatomie Massacre, Popular Sovereignty, the Crime Against Kansas, Guerrilla Warfare, and Abolitionist. People who you will be able to need to define are Charles Sumner, John Brown, Preston Brooks, John Bell, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Mary Todd, James Buchanan, Stephen Douglas. Make sure that you know the differences between a North and a South and can list them. Several differences, about 3 or 4 apiece. Make sure you know that Richmond was the capital of the South. Make sure you know which state was the first to secede from the Union. Make sure that you know who is the president of the Confederacy. Make sure you know what the Fugitive Slave Act said and what it did and why people were so upset about it. Make sure you can tell me at least 3 or 4 arguments made by slaveholders to justify slavery. Make sure you can tell me about Bloody Kansas, what it caused it, what went on, the vote, the bushwhackers versus the Jayhawkers and all of that. Make sure you can tell me about John Brown and the Pottawatomie Massacre in Harpers Ferry, Virginia, and how he died. Make sure you can tell me about what an abolitionist was. Make sure you can tell me about the Dred Scott trial and the effect that it had on the nation. Make sure you can tell me all about Abraham Lincoln, his young life, the things that he did, the places he ran for, and how he became the president. Make sure you can tell me what a tariff is. It's a tax on imported goods. Make sure you know what a candidate's platform is, what it means. Make sure you can tell me which was the Southern strategy to win the war, what was the Northern strategy to win the war. Remember we talked about Scott and his Anaconda Plan. Make sure you can tell me what the border states were and what their role in the war was. And if you remember all of that, you'll be doing just fine on the test on Friday.